This movie madness is definitely the best one so far, and it's not even close. Hi everyone, welcome back to Just Jake Reviews. I review albums, movies, and sports games, and today we're back with the monthly video that everyone looks forward to. Not really, just me. These barely get any views, but it's fine. I like watching these. Movie Madness, April edition. Yes, it is currently April 30th, the last day of April as of shooting this. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing this. I love watching movies now, and this month is sort of stacked in a way. The first two definitely are, and I have a crazy thing to announce at the end of this. So it's with the last movie, but we'll get to that. So there's not much mid. I would say there's probably, how my score works is if I give a movie less than a 7.5, I won't watch it ever again. That's just how it is. And we got a few of those here, obviously, just trying some stuff out. You guys like The Natural Light? Yeah, I don't. I think it's trash. I think it looks depressing and it looks dark because there's no light in the background at all. That's literally a window. But yeah, 14 movies. That's kind of a lot. I know. I'm thinking of probably working with that 12 to 14 every single month. I already got some planned for next month. Yeah, so 14 movies. How we do this every single month is we rank them 14 to 1 or whatever the highest number is to number 1. And I talk about every single film I watched in each month. And these were all first-time watches. And these movies are not new at all. Some of them are, but some movies aren't new at all. And yeah, so you're going to see basically all the movies I've not seen and talk about them. So let's kick it off right away because this will be a long video. Number 14, the worst movie I watched in April of 2026. This is a new movie, okay? This actually is a new movie. Listen, this movie is not supposed to be great. It's supposed to be stupid. It's supposed to be a stoner flick. I don't love stoner flicks because I don't get stoned. I don't smoke. And that's definitely a big quality in watching these movies and enjoying them. This movie was weird, but in a way, the movie wants you to react like that. So, number 14, we have the brand new movie, Pizza Movie. Pizza Movie. The Hulu exclusive, straight to Hulu movie. Yeah. So, Pizza Movie, yes, I had to watch it. I was like, fuck it, I'll check it out one day, right? Just because, it's got Gabe Matarazzo, and I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things. So, yeah. So, yeah, this movie stars Gabe Matarazzo and Sean Gambroni. I've no clue how you pronounce his last name. He's from The Goldbergs, that show, The Goldbergs. The show takes place in the 80s. He plays Adam Goldberg, the son. Yeah. He has not changed. Obviously his voice got lower, but the way he talks still and, the way he looks, crazy. But anyways, it stars those two people. They are in college. They get bullied a lot. They don't really, they stick out like a sore thumb. And they want to blend in. They want to fit in with other people in college, but they get bullied a lot. They get farted on. Yeah, that's true. In the movie, they get farted on. And in the movie, they find out that some girl 10 years ago, before their college journey, hid some drugs up in the ceiling. And one day, they knock down the drugs, and they find the drugs on their desk, and they're like, ooh. So they open it, and it's a carton of pills, or carton of little circular pills. And they each take one, and then they find a video, because they have no clue what the drugs are. I'm just going to spoil the whole movie for you. They find out what the drugs are by this girl who filmed a YouTube video. And the girl who made the YouTube video explains all the stages. This drug that they take has 5 stages. Each one gets worse and worse and worse. And the final stage can kill you. And the only way to stop the drug is to get a pizza. So they order a pizza. And the entire movie is literally just them trying to get the pizza. They're going full strength to get this pizza. And then they do, and it's awesome. So yeah, there were a few scenes that actually were pretty funny. Like the scene where one of the stages is they can't swear, otherwise their heads blow up. That's a pretty funny scene. But yeah, Pizza Movie, I apologize, 6.6. It's not supposed to be serious or great. I was just like, fuck it. It's a good chill down. It's a good laugh. Although there are some scenes where you watch it and you're like, I do kind of feel like I'm on drugs right now. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't love it, but whatever. Pizza Movie, 6.6. Sorry, Gabe Matarazzo. Number 13. I felt like I had to watch this movie only because I saw the other movies in the franchise, so I might as well finish it. I'm not even sure if they're done yet. I think they're still going to make like one or two more. Number 13, Jurassic World Rebirth. Jurassic World Rebirth. I was like, fuck it. I've seen the other ones. Do I like the other ones? Not really. I'm not a fan of Jurassic Worlds at all. Obviously, you guys know that Jurassic Park, the original, is one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. The others, Jurassic Park, The Lost World, and 3 are not bad, but once the Jurassic Worlds are, no. This movie is also, I feel like, not supposed to be great. Could you say it's fun? You could. It's a 7.3. 7.3, you could say it's fun. Scarlett Johansson is the only actor that anyone knows in this movie. You will not see another actor where you recognize him or their name, except for Scarlett Johansson. Which means it felt like a cash grab. This felt like a cash grab for ScarJo. There are dinosaurs, and I feel like with this movie, they started to, they tried to get two POVs. Like, the one is all of them on the ship. I'm not gonna lie, any scene where they're on the big boat is really entertaining. So that's the one scene with, ScarJo and all her, hunter friends. And then you have this family that almost died at sea that they rescue, the other group, and then they're on the island by themselves. So you get to see, two sides of a movie, and I thought it was pretty clever. But no, this is just kind of why you keep making more? This better be the last one. 7.3, it can be fun at some times. Once again, I do think all the boat scenes are kind of entertaining, but I don't care. Good for ScarJo, I guess. All right, number 12. This might shock some people. The sequel to this film is way higher on this list. Number 12, another very iconic movie. You guys know how I am with 80s movies. We're gonna get to another 80s movie soon. But yeah, the thing with 80s movies is I don't love them because for some reason, any 80s movie, they don't have a plot. Just kind of one thing happens and you're like, oh, so that's it? Yeah. Number 12, The Terminator. The first one. T2 we'll get to. The Terminator. This movie is a 7.4. I know, that's not high at all, because it really isn't. This movie is kind of nothing. Nothing really happens in this whole movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger playing a robot is fine. Okay, I will say one thing about this movie. When I watch an old movie, so 80s, 90s, and sometimes the 2000s, depending on the actress, if the movie has an actress, I can't find them attractive. That's the rule. Because me finding a girl attractive, my brain's gonna be like, Jacob, they look like this now, and they're old, which is disgusting. But I don't know why, but I was slightly attracted to Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor is kind of attractive. She is. I know she has that 80s stereotypical hair. Don't care. Sarah Connor's kind of nice in this movie. Yeah, it's just, Arnold plays a freaking cyborg who has to kill Sarah Connor, but the problem is there's 4 Sarah Connors in the town, so he kills every single one except for the Sarah Connor. And it's just, Reese is pretty cool too. It's just, I'll be Bach. I get it, but this is kind of bland for how iconic it is. No wonder why the sequel did better. Number 11, another movie where I watched 2. There's a sequel. This is the sequel. Number 11, 22 Jump Street. So you're probably wondering, you did watch 21, of course. 22 Jump Street. I am going to be honest with you, for a comedy sequel, because I am, once again, everyone knows I'm a stickler when it comes to comedies in general. For a comedy sequel, which they never do good. Comedy sequels always suck usually. When it comes to a comedy sequel, this is actually really shockingly good. This is actually a really good sequel. For a comedy sequel, this is actually a really good movie. It's still 7.5, which is still but for a comedy sequel, I was expecting a 6 or in the 6s. Yeah, it's basically Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum do the same thing as the first one, but they're in college instead of high school. That's it. Ice Cube's way more funny in this one. Ice Cube is great in the movies. He's hilarious. What are you rationing over here? I want some green beans. Just give the man some green beans. That's Hefe, man. Of course, my name's Jeff, iconic. That's Hefe, man. It's great. Yeah, not a bad sequel. Really shockingly good. Number 10, going back to 80s movies. I don't love them. Once again, not really a plot. Number 10, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Ferris stays home from school. Then what? What else does he do? He just does stuff. He goes to what? A Dodgers game? Or like a Mets game? A baseball game? Hangs out with Cameron. Great guy. Sick car. I'll go. Awesome. Once again, going back to the whole Sarah Connor thing, Ferris Bueller's girlfriend, dude, Sloane, oh my God. I know it's an 80s movie, and I know she's old now, which sucks, but Sloane in this movie, if I was a kid in the 80s, I'd be simping for her like crazy. It's iconic. I get why. It's a feel-good movie. I sort of like those. It's cool. You know what's funny is, speaking of pizza movie, going back to Sean Gimbroni, or whatever his name is, and how I said he was Adam Goldberg in the show The Goldbergs. Back when I watched that show, since that show takes place around stuff in the 80s, there's a whole episode of the show called Barry Goldberg's Day Off, which is the older brother Barry. And the entire episode is him replicating Ferris Bueller's Day. So, like, he goes to the restaurant and he's like, can I get a table? Or, like, he goes to the Mets game. He goes on the diving board and sits. I saw that episode before Ferris Bueller, the actual movie. So I'm not going to lie, when I was watching Ferris Bueller, I kind of knew it. I kind of knew everything he did. I kind of knew his whole day because of the Goldbergs episode. Twist and Shout at the end of the movie is great. Love that musical number. Ferris Bueller, also 7.5. It's an 80s movie. I have The Breakfast Club on the wheel, so you'll see that eventually. But, like, number 9, I watched this movie in honor of Artemis 2. Big Boys Going to the Moon, which is crazy. Number 9, Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks, the good old Hankster, huh? Hankster. This is a worse version of Armageddon. Here's the thing, though. Obviously, everyone knows from a video, I love Armageddon. It is my 4th favorite film of all time. Armageddon, everyone is in a crisis and everyone is freaking out the whole movie, which is why I love it. It's all, like, Armageddon keeps you on your seat. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone's talking. Everyone is, like, losing their mind. Apollo 13, they're really calm because they can't freak out because this is a true story. I get it. True story's awesome. Tom Hanks is cool, I guess, right? He's a good actor. Houston, you have a problem? I get that. Cool, iconic quote. It's a little too techie for me. This movie's a little too serious for me. It's like there's a lot of terminology in this movie that I don't care about, that I don't get. I get when people like it, but Apollo 13, 7.6. Good movie, but not really for me. All right, number 8. I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something lighthearted. You know, let's watch some lighthearted kid stuff, right? So I did that. Number 8, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Yes, the one from 2004. Not Sponge Out of Water, not any of the live action ones. Yeah, the one from 2004. You know, as somebody who did not grow up on SpongeBob at all, not because I wasn't allowed to, I just didn't watch it. I'm not gonna lie, when I was a kid, I wasn't a huge cartoon guy. I watched, like, Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Disney XD. Like, I was like, those were my shows. I wasn't really a cartoon guy. SpongeBob, did not watch it growing up. I watched this movie, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I mean, if you're a fan of SpongeBob, cool. Scarlett Johansson voices the girl in this movie, which is kind of cool how she has, like, a voice acting role. So yeah, good job for ScarJo. She's in a SpongeBob movie. David Hasselhoff in this movie is kind of nuts. Obviously, I kind of knew before watching it that there was going to be some live action scenes and some not. That's just how a film of SpongeBob goes. But yeah, the SquarePants movie, also a 7.6, which is, I think, higher than I thought it was going to get. If you like SpongeBob, watch it. I'm sure you've already seen it. It's cool. But yeah, I was more impressed about ScarJo being in the movie. Number 7, another sequel, and man, oh man, we will get to the first one later on. Number 7, Gladiator 2. It's really hard to talk about the sequel without talking about the original first, but that's breaking the rules because the first one's higher. Gladiator 2. I wasn't planning on watching this, but since Gladiator 1 is much higher, I was like, fuck it, I'll finish the story. Gladiator 2 is good. It's good. It is good. I like seeing the story of Lucius and Lucia, or Lucilia, whatever her name is. Great. I will say the cast in this one is more well-known than the first one. You have Denzel Washington, who's pretty cool in every single film he's in. You got Joseph Quinn, who is Eddie from Stranger Things, who he's also great in every single movie he's in, too. Like, he could really play great characters. He should be in more movies. I mean, I know he was in Fantastic Four as the Human Torch, which was good, but he should be in more movies. Pedro Pascal plays the king, who's also good. Good acting, not a bad film. I feel like there were some dry spots in this one compared to the first one. Like, there were some scenes where I was like, this is going on a little too long. But overall, I think I enjoyed the sequel. 7.8. Solid movie. Number 6, another sequel. We watched the first one last month, and the first one was fantastic. This one's not as good. Number 6, The Godfather Part 2. I'm doing Part 3 next month, so yeah, watch out for May. The Godfather Part 2, a 3.5 hour long movie. Yep. And the score kind of has something to do with it. A little bit. Listen, I was looking forward to this. I was, because Al Pacino's acting in these movies is some of the best acting I've ever seen in my whole life. Seeing Michael Corleone run the family business is great. You get to see a young De Niro. Robert De Niro's in this movie. This movie basically also shows two sides. It shows Michael Corleone running the family business, and then it shows flashbacks of a young Don Corleone, who's played by De Niro in the movie. And a young De Niro is pretty good. This is like the first like big movie he was in. 'Cause I believe this was before Taxi Driver, around there. This is like when he was just like on the come up. But yeah, The Godfather Part 2, it's a good movie. It is a little too long. I'm thinking a 7.8. I know the OG Godfather got like an 8.4 or something like that. 7.8, still great, but it's kind of a hard rewatch. And we'll see about Part 3 later on. Number 5, the top 5. Number 5, 21 Jump Street. I enjoyed this film way more than I thought I was going to, like at all. Once again, two cops, Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum. They go undercover, high school students. They find someone with drugs, and they just, yeah. In terms of laughs, okay laughs. There's fine laughs. I like Nick Offerman as the cop who plays Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec. He's pretty funny. The principal scene is also pretty funny. No, honestly got a pretty good movie. And also Brie Larson. You get to see the start of Brie Larson. This could be one of her first movies, honestly. Brie Larson, this might be one of her first movies. She's not in the second one, only in the first one. But yeah, 21 Jump Street is a great movie, 7.9. Actually good movie, fun movie to watch. Yeah, if you're bored one night, just put it on. It's pretty solid. All right, this top 4 is really, now we're getting into the 8s. These top 4 movies are something special. Number 4, speaking of long movies, Casino. Casino, a 3-hour movie. Yeah, Casino. This movie is... The fact that this film is 3 hours is kind of crazy because this movie is very simple. Like, the plot is very, very, like, one-dimensional. It's just like it's just like a casino. That's it. Like, they're running a casino. That's it. They're running a casino. Ginger, I believe the girl's name is. Ginger is f***ing crazy. She's a f***ing psychopath. Absolutely bonkers female character. Joe Pesci's great. Pesci's awesome. De Niro, you know, I wish the first scene of the movie was better because you could see the f***ing dummy in the car. Yeah, the first scene of the movie where De Niro walks in the car and it blows up and boom, casino. You could see the dummy. You could see the stunt. You could see the crash dummy. Whoever chopped that clip up and edited it, terrible job. I'm sorry, just being honest. But I will say one thing about Casino. The ending of the movie is fantastic. So watch the ending. Casino, 8.1. I am shocked this got an 8. It's a good movie, very long, Wouldn't really rewatch it. Once again, I have Goodfellas on the list on the wheel as well. Casino, 8.1. That's still a good score. Be Generous, De Niro, and Joe Pesci. Number 3, it's funny because this movie is number 3, and it's also an 8 score, but this movie is not that memorable. Number 3, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, T2. Yeah, wow, way better sequel than the first one. Holy crap, T2 blows the first one out of the water. It's a good 80s movie. We finally have a great 80s movie. It's just a action movie. I love that. It's just explosions, guns, it's just that. 8.4. Fun movie. Awesome. Love the ending. Sarah Connor's in the movie again. The little boy in this movie is very good. The little boy, John Connor in the movie, little boy John Connor, people call him annoying. I think he's very good. I think the actor who plays little John Connor did a great job. I thought you were going to kill anybody. It's like, okay, dude. Kind of cringe, but whatever. Yeah, 8.4. Awesome explosions. And that guy who turns into liquid, like the metal, beautiful. Beautiful special effects. T2 is awesome. These two movies have ridiculously high scores. So number 2, I'm sure you can guess, because we talked about the sequel. Number 2, Gladiator. 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 Oh my God. This movie is amazing. This movie is so good. Okay, because I am now officially getting used to open world movies. That's why I'm probably going to rewatch Fellowship of the Ring. You might see that on a Movie Madness, I'm not sure. Gladiator is, oh my God. And not to sound weird or anything, I don't want to say that this is going to sound weird, but Russell Crowe in this movie is one of the best looking guys in any movie. I think Russell Crowe as Maximus is a good looking man. Yeah. 9.1. 9.1. You thought you would never see another movie get a 9 besides Sinners. Gladiator 9.1. This movie's like 2.5 hours long. Every single thing in this movie makes sense. I followed this story from start to finish. Why do you think I watched the second one? Because it was a 9.1. I wanted to see little boy Lucius fight and actually do his job. In terms of casting, Joaquin Phoenix as the king is amazing. Joaquin Phoenix in this movie should have won an award. I'm not sure if he did, but he should have won some sort of Oscar because it's amazing. I can't even put in the word. This movie I want to rewatch again, like right now. And that sounds weird to say. 9.1. Gladiator is the goated ass movie. Remember, 9.1, and this is number 2. Not even the best film I watched this month. Number 1. This was the last film I watched in April, which was last night. I watched this film last night for the first time. And I was like, finally, I could finally say I watched it, because this should be number 1 on everyone's must-watch movie list. I've never seen, I'm not sure if I should say this before or after announcing the movie. I'm going to say it before. Till the day I die, for my entire rest of my life on this planet, there will not, obviously there has not, but there will not be another movie, TV show, album, video game, food, anything. There will never be anything that I see hyped up to shit and glazed my entire life. Even when I was a movie nerd when I was like 8 years old, I'm 20 years old, by the way. Even as an 8-year-old, people are glazing this movie. People are talking about this movie. I have heard this title of the movie be said out of someone's mouth for about more than half my life. This is the first time in my entire life, and probably will be the only time because it's stupid. This is the first time in my entire life where I watched a movie and literally cried because it was so good. No, it's not a sad movie. Well, You could debate two scenes are sad, which I'll get to, but if a movie makes you cry because how fucking it is, number one, The Shawshank Redemption. When people call this the greatest movie ever made, they are not fucking lying. Please listen to them. I've never seen anything in my entire life be so hyped up and glazed to shit and have it actually live up to something like this. Because, I mean, obviously in the past you have like movies and shows and video games that are like, oh, it's glazed. Oh, wow, it's so hyped up. And you play it and you're like, wow, expectations were met. It definitely deserves the hype. This movie's a stream. When I watch these movies for the first time, you got to keep an open mind. You can't be like, oh, people say it's very good, so I have to think it's good. No, because then that ruins your own opinion. So I keep an open, blank mind when I watch it. But with a movie like Shawshank, where every single person calls this the greatest film ever made, it's some sort of pressure. It's kind of pressure. You're like, okay, if I give this movie anything less than an 8, everyone's going to shoot me. The Shawshank Redemption, literally, and I mean this, could be the best film I've ever watched. I can't believe people are correct. I can't believe you guys are correct. But you guys are. Keep continuing to glaze this movie. I don't know how this film is so good. Morgan Freeman might be top 10 best actor of all time. I love narration in movies. That should be no surprise. I've said that before. One of my kryptonites in movies, I love a good narration. American Psycho, Memento, even Casino at the end, Joe Pesci. I love a narration. A good narration, beautiful. And when Morgan Freeman's talking in your ear the whole movie, oh my god. Should I explain what this movie's about? I should not. I'm not even going to talk about what this film's about because everyone's seen this movie already. This might be the only time in the history of this channel where I give this score. Now, is this going to beat out Pulp Fiction as my favorite movie of all time? No, because I've only watched it once. That will change in the next month or two. The Shawshank Redemption, I wish I was kidding. A 10. A 10. I'm not kidding. A 10 out of 10. The Shawshank's actually a 10. I can't name you a single flaw with this movie. Name me one mess up in this movie. There's not. And it sounds like I'm glazing the movie now, but I swear to God it's worth it. Now, once again, on my wheel, I do have like Interstellar and like other best movie of all time, contests. And like, I watched The Godfather last month and The Godfather was really good. So people aren't lying. The opinions that I'm listening to are correct. So, hey, with The Shawshank Redemption, I actually thought about last night if I should give this movie its own review, but I'm like, it's so old. Shawshank Redemption is the best film of all time. It is. It literally is the greatest movie ever made. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways, this is a long-ass video. Thank y'all for watching. Stacked month, kind of. I know we had a lot of 7s, but stacked month. I love making these. We got May. Halfway through the year almost. May should be fun. I love watching movies. The Shawshank Redemption literally changed my life in terms of how I watch movies. Peak movie, peak video. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. Go show some love on my Office video, my Office Season 2 video, because Season 1 did really well. Season 2, is the better season, and more of those videos will come out. I think I'm going to do it like in a few days. I'm trying to wait like a week or two to like post every Office video because I want the views to calculate and then post a new one. I don't want to post 2 of them right away because then the views won't add up. But anyways, that's all for today's video. Hope you have an amazing day and go watch Shawshank. Peace.